Calling all track and field fans. Get ready for Saturday, April the 19th. Save the date, save the date. Saturday, April the 19th. Get ready for a full day of track and field excellence as the Board of Governors of the Next Gen Event Inc. presents the inaugural Next Gen New York Invitational Relays Event 2025. The high school version from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. inside the stadium at Memorial Field, 431 Garden Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. Sponsors and partners are welcome, but make sure you get your entries in before March 31st. For more information, call 929-360-7585 or 973-510-3148. Or you can also email shawnoclaf@gmail.com. Track and field fans, don't miss it.
Island Dave here, huh? Island Dave on an island. Hey, Lord the volume, man. Lord the volume, man. Why gone, gal? Why gone, pretty gal? Huh? Why you gone? Big up yourself, gal. Yes. Go get you some steam fish and okra. Yes. Some steam fish and okra, gal. Why gone, pretty gal? Huh? Yes. Go suck your mother. What? Is that good or bad?
Hey, I love that show coming by Kevin Hart. Yes. Welcome to another episode of My Perspective. Once again, I'm Sean Falcon, your host. And tonight we have a special guest tonight. Yes, we have a special guest tonight. He's the new president for Jamaica College Old Boy Association of New York. He's no stranger to my show, but he's on tonight as the president of Jamaica College Old Boy Association of New York chapter. And we're going to have a lively discussion and a vivid discussion about his plans and what he has planned for this chapter. Because, New York is a unique city. Yes, a very unique city. And I really hope that, he will enlighten us and give us his plans for making sure that the New York chapter is very vibrant and is well placed to make his contribution to the one college. Yes. As a past treasurer of the organization, there are challenges that I experienced when I was a treasurer there. So let's see what Mr. Dwight Geddes, my brother from another mother, will see how best what he's going to bring to the table and how best he will be connecting the dots. Yes, connecting the dots to be the new president of Jacoba, New York. So without further ado, let me introduce my brother from another mother, Mr. Dwight Geddes. Sir Dwight, how are you doing, brother?
I'm good. Good evening. Thanks for the intro. But I'm have to run a check for that, right?
Hey, I leave it up to you. I mean, you can't just deal with that, my brother. How are you doing?
I am good.
Yeah, how's the family, sir?
It's all good, man. It's
Yes.
all good. Here,
Yes.
every day above dirt is a good day,
Yes, sir. So let's go to. I see you have taken up this challenge to be the president of Jacoba, New York, and there are many presidents before you. I just want you to give me your perspective of what you, I wouldn't say doing different, but what you will be bringing to the table to see how best you can, make sure the Jacoba, New York is still vibrant and making their contribution to the one college in Jamaica, the one and only college. So please, take the floor, sir.
Thank you. Well, I'll say this. I'll start by saying this. There's been a lot of great men who led the organization before me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot, and who have been involved in leading it, who weren't necessarily president like you mentioned, you're a treasurer, but there have been people like you and others, Carl Bennett, Dwight Williams, Mike McDonald. I mean, there's a lot of people that have been involved in getting the organization to where it is now, in front and behind the scenes. So, right now I can say that I and those that are coming along now are standing on the shoulders of those that came before us. But the common bond is Jamaica College. And now going from Jamaica College to living in the New York area.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you know, New York is a tough place. This is not...
Yes, sir. I love it with the tough. Yeah, you take your responsibility early.
People don't understand. New York is a different kind of place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Timberland is like the national, the shoe of New York. The official cars, it rugged, it tough, and that's what you have to be for living in New York. You have to have thick skin. You have to know for maneuver, bob and weave, duck and move. You have to know all of them things. But with the organization, and the reason why I said that is because there's a lot going on in New York at any given time. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on. So to get the attention of the alumni, the old boys who are in this area, you have to put something out there that is appealing to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, me and you, you have more gray hair than me still coming out of here. But
I tried, right?
I mean, but we are of a certain age, as them say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of other alumni that came along after our time.
Right.
We need to capture them.
Right.
I mean, capture them, like throw them in a net and go on like ice, like how them are going on the street, right?
That's that today.
That's a whole other
conversation. Talk about it at the end. No.
Yeah, but we need to make sure that we bring them into the fold, incorporate them into what the organization is doing and has been doing, and also utilize their ideas and their perspectives. You like that, right? Their perspectives.
Yeah,
and bring that into what we're trying to do going forward. And that is a challenge right now, because there's a definite generational gap, and we need to bridge that.
Well, and I agree 100%, but I don't want to plug you that there, but I think there's so many attempts to bring that generational gap together, and it keeps on not connecting. Is there anything unique you would be using to try to try to connect that generational gap?
I gave the secret sauce, brethren.
Yeah. Wait, you secrets? Come on, President, come on, President.
That's what Colonel Sanders singing up on right now. We can't go over there in the KFC. No, but all fun and joke aside, it starts with Jamaica College.
Mm-hmm.
It starts there, because that's where a big chapter in our story starts.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts with being in touch with the kids while at JC, when them getting ready for graduate, whether 5th form, 6th form, whatever. You want them to graduate and maybe go UA or UTEC or whatever, and then they're going to make a move and come to the Northeast. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of being in communication with them, letting them know that there's an organization there,
right,
that's made up of JC old boys just like them, and that brotherhood, that fellowship is there to help them on the next steps of them journey. We have to have a value prop. We have to have something that we are showing them that we can contribute to them to make it worth their while.
And what are those things you plan to what are those opinions? For example, what do you plan to contribute that, you have to say it will help them and it will be meaningful for them?
Well, the first thing we have to do is that we have to reach out to them, and we have to reach out to them, and that's not going to be like a single-minded approach. That's going to take different facets. We're going to have to reach out to them, as I said, in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
We have to reach out to them, the ones who are here, and that means talking to JC Old Boys who are here, who we know, and telling them, listen, the Old Boys Association going to be having this thing coming up, and when they have this thing coming up, tell your brethren over there so they go JC to come through.
Right.
Because that helps, and word of mouth. Each one passes along to the next one. Grow it organically that way, because when it comes to Jamaica College, I have not met one person that went to Jamaica College yet who, after them leave, even if they don't go back, even if they don't really associate with Jamaica College after them graduate or them leave, there's not one person I have met who does not look back fondly and with respect on the time that they spent at Juanita.
Correct.
It is formative years, and it is an important part in our life. And you know what? We want to develop a community of JC Old Boys here, a big community. I see what's happening in the other Old Boy chapters. I see what I'm going with. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what they're doing.
Right.
Canada are going with big things. Down in Florida, them are going with big things. We here, JC Old Boys Association of New York, need to step it up. And that's what we want to do.
And you're right 100%. I wish I would endorse and I would give all my support. But you talk about the community here in New York, and that's where I am. That's where we're skeptical. And I say you don't want you have a formula how you bring the community together, because if we can get the community together here in New York, we know for sure that that presence will be more vibrant and have more teeth to do more things, So I really hope that you can be able to bring the JC community in New York together in whatever way and form. So apart from that, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and JC doing a lot of good things, and listen, just had the a team that was in Florida recently competing that did very well in the competition there. At the school challenge quiz team just had a big victory this week in the first round, but them showing promise, and it's a good team, and I have high hopes for them. But there are a lot of different things that are happening right now that we can do. One of the things is there's a mentorship program at JC right now. I have been involved in it for the last few months. And yes, it's difficult to be a mentor to young kids in Jamaica from afar. It's difficult. It would be difficult if you sit on in the same room with them, because you're talking to 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old kids. You know it is.
Right.
You have kids. I mean, you get them for first of all, get them to sit down quietly and listen to you. Feat in itself. But
I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
As a
parent, we all know that go. But, but beyond that, getting through to them and counseling them and helping them with whatever issues that they may have. Because what is important to them, you may not see as important. But if you think back to when you were that age, and starting out at JC, it's the little things like that that meant the world to you. And I know, because I've always said this, that when I grew up with good role models around me, but when I started working, especially when I started working in my field of insurance and risk management, I had no role models. There were no people that looked like me that I saw at senior levels in the industry.
Wow.
There just wasn't. Not that they weren't there, but they were few and far in between, and me never see them. And I looked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you find that community and when you have that community,
Right.
it makes a world of difference. We need to be that community for each other and for the ones coming behind us.
And I like that approach in terms of being a mentor or mentee to all the kids in Jamaica. And if you saying if you can get collaboration from the JC community who can be mentors for the kids in Jamaica, then that's a start. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely. It helps. Absolutely. The mentorship program right now is going along. They sent out requests for mentors. Some people responded. I responded. I said, absolutely, I want to be a part of it. And you know, definitely, it's a good start. It's a good start. Okay.
So what about? So how do you plan to connect? How do you plan to get the information of your community? How do you plan to approach that? Because I think that's the way I challenge. You know, GSC man already. And them have a 15 phone number, 15 address. 20 girls all over the place. How do you really plan to get the community together?
We are one woman men. We're not 15 girls all over the place, brother. No, don't say that. Slander. As some case here in Calabar things. One woman at a time.
I will leave that comment. I will glass over that move for. But seriously, how you plan to get? Really get the community. How do you plan to approach it? From what person or what angle do you plan to approach it? Is it that you're going to be collecting data, information, turn on phone numbers, emails? You will have a website, a blast, something. What do you plan to do? Tell me.
All of that. Because we need to collect that data. There are a lot of JC World Boys that are here right now that are not connected to the association at all. I was not connected for a very long time. I knew about it. I would support events and whatnot, but I was not involved with the JC World Boys Association for a very long time. But again, the point is that there are a lot of people out there right now who are like that. And you're not going to get everybody who's going to come out and want to come to every event and do all of them things. But you know what? If a man come one time, appreciate it. If a man say, well, I can't make it, but here's the money for, for fund a scholarship for, some kids in Jamaica or pay, for a school lunch kind of thing or books or whatever. Them use books anymore. I mean, they don't know they use books anymore. But,
well, do it one thing. I got to take a quick commercial break. Just give me 1 minute there.
No problem.
I'll come back about events. I want to talk to you about the events. What would you do differently? Because there are certain things them say about JC, what kind of classes in. But let me take a quick commercial break and get back to you. 1 minute.
Okay. All right.
Calling all track and field fans. Get ready for Saturday, April the 19th. Save the date, save the date. Saturday, April the 19th. Get ready for a full day of track and field excellence as the Board of Governors of the Next Gen Event Inc. presents the inaugural Next Gen New York Invitational Relays Event 2025. The high school version from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. inside the stadium at Memorial Field, 431 Garden Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. Sponsors and partners are welcome, but make sure you get your entries in before March 31st. For more information, call 929-360-7585 or 973-510-3148. Or you can also email shawnoclaf@gmail.com. Track and field fans, don't miss it.
Yes, sir. That was, that event, right?
Yes.
Big event.
Next Gen Relays.
Yes, boy. That's a new sensation coming out.
That's going to be fire.
Yes, sir. It's going to be hot, boy. It's all about high school. And we're inviting up we invite high schools from Jamaica to be a part of it and also around the world. So I think when it's going to be the first event and first time at the stadium, international event, I should say.
Them young boy run hard too,
I'm
run and I'm like, okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do them
So-
thing.
So go back. So what events do you plan to have with what events you really plan? Because you know there was a more appear to much formal functions. Everybody in the formal thing. What activities would you plan for the New York chapter? What are the ideas you have to try to
Well,
galvanize
I'll say
the
this.
community?
I'll say this. There's a room for formal events.
Yeah, always.
There's a room for it. We're at a certain age where we have to celebrate who we are, where we are in life,
Correct.
because none of us guaranteed tomorrow.
Correct.
So I think when you have an opportunity to have a formal event where we can all meet and mingle and talk, there's no downside to that. But by the same token, sometimes that's why I sit down and go and play some domino and drink some whites and whatever and go on easy, right? Nothing wrong with that too.
Right.
So there are different things, and what I would like to do and what we've been talking about, myself, Carl, Adrian, is and a few other people too. What we're looking to do is we're looking to have a different slate of events throughout the year. We'll start off with a beginning of the year meet and greet mixer kind of thing. And so we'll give all details on that because we have to just finalize everything, but we're planning on doing that within the next month or so. Okay. Right. One of the things that I have always talked about doing is what I would call JC Sports Day.
Wow. Yeah.
And do that over the summer.
GSC Sports Day. Wow.
GSC Sports Day.
You don't expect people to come run? No.
Back up. JC Old Boy Sports Day. But I'm going to say that because me too old for out there run up and down. But
yes.
Brother, from my sub run from the track team, I don't run for the bus, I don't run for the train, I don't run for the plane. I don't run. I'm not doing it.
Wait, what?
Doing it.
You're going to see a cigar door.
Yes. But my idea of this for the sports day, if people will have some races and things, that's great too. Or do some, maybe can do a little 6-a-side football.
Right.
Maybe we can do a little 3-on-3 basketball. Maybe we can do a little domino tournament. Different things during the course of the day. Right. And we'll call it JC Old Boy Sports Day. Yeah. You understand? It's something that we want to do and encourage people to come in. Right. Get in where you're comfortable and let's have some fun. And if there are anyone there, anyone who's listening to this, who is affiliated with any of the other schools in Jamaica, not Casey and Calabar. Yeah. I'm talking specifically I'm talking the girls' schools. If they are part of it. Yes, sir. I would encourage them to reach out and make work on that together. Nice. Big up Paul. Big up Paul with Paul and big up my brother. One that Florida big up. Well done. Thank you, Paul, for the compliments. So you say sports day, farmers, and you're saying that there will be some lime thing, right? Yes. Right. Yeah. So we're planning on doing a couple of different things throughout the year. And like we said, when we have that first meeting, we're going to let everybody know at that point in time, this is what we have planned for the year. Father said, will there be physical therapist on standby all day for such an event? Physical therapist? No, man. Yeah. You need EMT with the I tell you, I'm not going to run on the brother. I'm not running. I'm not doing it. Where's the EMT will be there? Yeah, man, you need some EMT there because, yeah. For come shock you and get you going again. Yeah, my boy, it is so wonderful that of course it's a fresh of breath of fresh air. My apologies. I got you. And I hope that you, Adrian and Carl, will do well and bring this community back together with these activities you plan. I know that some people, to be honest, the work life in New York, is a beast. It's a beast, a big beast. And
you know, if you can connect the dots and bring the coming together, it will be a big thing, to be honest, my brother. So I want to wish you luck on that. So apart from events, what else would you plan? What would you have for the Jacoby New York community to know, and what they can expect from you as a leader?
What I want to do
mm-hmm.
is have an open forum, have an open door. I want to know what the people out there
mm-hmm.
who are in the New York area
mm-hmm.
from JC, what are they looking? What do they want to see? What do they want to get involved with the JC World Boys Association? That's what I want to know, because I think that there are a lot of people with a lot of good ideas out there. It's not just what I think or what anybody else right now in leadership thinks. It's a matter of, you know, what does everybody want to see? What does the membership want? What do the new members coming in want?
And how do you plan to facilitate this open door policy? Because once again, you know, I might sound very, it will be negative or maybe doubtful, but how do you plan to connect and make sure they're able to speak to you in their own voice?
Well, when we have our events and our get-togethers, we can all discuss it then. Like, that's what I'm talking about, an open forum. When we get together, we talk. But understand something too. I am never somebody that's hard to find. Anybody want to make a suggestion, talk about something, vent about something, complain about something,
right?
Keep the complaints. But the rest of it, no matter all the complaints right now. But again, I reach out.
Right.
I'm available. I'm not hard to find.
Okay, so you're accessible.
If you don't have my information, somebody you know has my information. Reach out to me. I'll listen. We'll talk about it.
And do you have a website currently where we use, or is that accessible or what?
Yeah, there's a website for the JC World Boys Association that has not changed.
So do you plan to use the website in a way to try drive traffic, bring the members?
Well, what I would like to do, first of all, is before we even look at that, I want to increase the membership. And by increasing it, and the best way, the fastest way to increase the membership is to open the door, ask people like yourself and others in the area, come through. There's something going on here. It's a JC World Boys event. Come through. Right. Let's talk. Get involved. As I said at the top, not everybody is going to give you, you know, time and get involved in everything that you're doing. Right. But if a couple of people say, listen, you know what, I like this initiative, let me work on this for you. You know what, I like what I do for the sports day. Let me see if we can do this for the sports day. It can work. And that's what we need.
Another corporation.
Understand, I am not the type of leader that believes that I have all of the answers. But if I don't have the answers, I'll find it.
Correct.
I'll reach out to somebody who does. You understand? Right. And I want to hear feedback from people. If something now work, don't wait till the wheels fall off and say now work. You know what I mean?
All right. Right.
From it start wobbling, if you say something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And by the same token, if it's going well, spread the word. Bring in some more people.
So you're saying you're a leader of authenticity. You're very authentic.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Yeah. It's not a perfect thing, but we have to try to do what we can do and move it forward, right?
Yep. And that's a very valid point. I mean, an important point you're saying. And Paul is saying, our brother Paul is saying, the issues are also arise where many alumni praise being an old boy, or where many do not attend to stay up to date with the status of the school versus what current wants, needs are to build a big and better fervor than the one we grew in. Hope I'm making sense. Yes, Paul, I'm making sense. So what you saying that some people don't stay up to date with whatever is happening at the school? And maybe that is maybe one way of you can try to find maybe to social media to post what's going on at the school, and even keep the current old boys in contact. Maybe like I was just maybe let's talk about social media. Maybe a text. Maybe send out a little text reminding that this is going on at the school, blah blah blah. So Paul is saying that there's some way that the old boys are not connecting, not keeping to. And if you can find some way to bridge a gap, to inform them what's going on with the school. Because they know what our life is in New York. New York is just allow you in your own bubble more time. And sometimes you need something to interrupt that bubble. Come in between that bubble and just come in the bubble and pop up in your mind. So if you can find something with that, then it will be good for you and your organization too.
Thank you, Paul. Paul need to jump on a flight and come to New York next event. Still enough. I save a seat for him. Tell him I save a seat for him.
You suggesting a mailing list, distribute monthly newsletters. That's one way. That's
one thing we talked about. That's something that we've talked about. But again, a mailing list right now. We want to have an event. We want to get people in. We'll talk about what we plan on doing, and then go from there.
Right.
That's the first important step. We'll have to do some baby steps. One thing I've learned, because I've been involved with other organizations, and I've been in organizations that were growing, rebuilding, restarting, growing, whatever term you want to use. Again, it comes back to the value proposition. What are you doing that is bringing value to your members? Why should they spend their time to come to something that we're having? And like you said, a lot of people leave JC and they're proud to be JC alumni, but they're not involved beyond that. And again, that's okay. Understand something. If I were to settle the average JC guy right now, JC alum right now, a old boy who left in the 90s, right, after our time, and I said to them, listen,
yes,
do you know which school in Jamaica has sent guys to the NBA in the last however many years? They wouldn't know.
No.
You know.
Yeah, I know, because I follow it up. I'm an active person. I read a lot.
We have. Right?
No other school has done that.
No other school has done that. Okay? What about the robotics thing, which is very big in Jamaica now?
We were the initiators.
Okay.
JC. We were the initiators, yes.
All right. We are, and have always been, and should continue to be at the forefront. Now, there are things that I'm not happy about with JC.
We are. I don't know about certain things. I mean,
there are people. Yeah, there are things that I'm not happy about. And there's certain things that I'm not crazy about the way they're handled.
Right.
But again, I am of the belief that it's one thing to sit there and complain about it, but sometimes you have to get up, and go do what you need to do.
Well, and I agree.
Get the job done.
And when in that, they have this saying, and I learned it from someone when I was back in Jamaica. The only way you make change in an organization is being a part of it, and doing what you have to do to be a part of the organization to make the change what you need to see.
Yep.
I know that they say that the JC family, they are very clannish, who want to know, who want to stick together. But it's one thing common denominator. They must realize, and they can write all them egos and what. We all went to Jamaica College in 1 year, 1 decade, or 1 year. All of we are equally. Let me put it, and I say equally entitled to speak about Jamaica College.
And I will say this.
Yes.
I have heard people that went to JC with me
Mm.
complain about JC and talk about elitism at JC. And I turn and look at them and I said, but you know, I used to sit down next to me in the class. I don't feel elite. Do you feel elite? But we both went to JC.
Yeah, and it's a Jamaica cultural thing now. Classism, elitism.
Listen,
But they don't understand that the same skin and flesh and blood, we are born equal.
but we also, as part of the Jamaica College community, we all went to this school. Is it the best school in Jamaica? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Your family wanted you to go there because it's the best school in Jamaica.
Yes.
You went there because it was the best school. You graduated from, and you're proud to say you went there because it's the best school in Jamaica.
Of course.
So don't complain about, because the elitism that you're complaining about, you are part of it. And again, I shouldn't say, because I don't consider it elitism. But again, we are and have been the standard bearer for high schools in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And we intend to continue with that. And the Old Boy Association, New York, Canada, Florida, everywhere in Jamaica, is moving towards helping to continue that. We set the standard in Jamaica and abroad. When I went to JC, I ran track, as you know. Coach,
I know ask about your results.
I had good results right up until my last race, but I will say this much. Coach Haynes was my coach, and I remember talking to him. It was in New York, as a matter of fact, years ago. We're talking about something, and he was talking about, you know, like recruiting in Jamaica, which I didn't realize recruiting was a big thing in Jamaica. And he was saying that, boy, you know, like certain schools, I'm not calling them, but some of them were purple, were talking about, you know, like they would tell the kids, say, you come this school and we can get you into these places. When you finish, we can get you on a career path and get. And Coach Haynes, who I have a lot of respect for, because again, he was my coach through high school. You know, Coach Haynes said, well, you know, them said that, and that's great that they can get you in the building.
Right.
But JC owned the building. That's the difference. That's the difference.
JC owned the building.
Them can't get you into the building. We own the building. And I think for fear of being labeled elites, we don't embrace that enough. We don't.
So you're saying we should embrace elites? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that we need to embrace the fact that, yes, we are not like those other schools.
That's correct. No, we know that. We understand that.
But we need to embrace that, because a lot of times we're very uncomfortable saying stuff like that. I'm not, but there are a lot of people that are.
Listen, it's like you go to Harvard and you go to the Harvard. They're elite school. They're the Ivy League. The Columbia.
There's
it's just
a
part. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you go to Harvard and you go to those colleges, you know, Alabama, those are elite schools. So JC is an elite school.
Absolutely.
One of the best, is the best institution in Jamaica, run institution.
Without a doubt. We're
not perfect, but it's one of the best high school institutions run that does well.
Yes, sir.
You know,
100%.
I mean, you know, and I just want to talk about, I just briefly want to, I gotta take another break. There's one more break, and we continue about the elitism. Let me take one more break. 1 minute.
No problem.
Thank you.
Calling all track and field fans. Get ready for Saturday, April the 19th. Save the date, save the date. Saturday, April the 19th. Get ready for a full day of track and field excellence as the Board of Governors of the Next Gen Event Inc. presents the inaugural Next Gen New York Invitational Relays Event 2025. The high school version from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. inside the stadium at Memorial Field, 4:30 31 Garden Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. Sponsors and partners are welcome, but make sure you get your entries in before March 31st. For more information, call 929-360-7585 or 973-510-3148. Or you can also email shawnoclaf@gmail.com. Track and field fans, don't miss it.
Yes, welcome back. You know, we have to take the commercial break, you know, go.
Yeah, man.
Pay sponsor. From Next Generation Event Corporation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But yes, embracing elitism is fine. And we are elite school. We can't go around that. And, you know, they can talk all about education and we're at the table, but what I realize, and I'm talking about education, is that with Jamaica College, most of our students who take the exam, we at least make sure they have at least 5 and more subjects. And that was happening from our days. The effort was to make sure that we graduate with 5 or more subjects.
Yes.
And if you did get 1 subject, and you're a good student, they should come back and repeat. Because they want to make sure that when you leave high school, you have your 5 and more subjects. Because,
but
you know?
But understand too that people learn at different rates, different speeds,
right,
and
correct,
different, they go through different growth as far as their ability to learn and comprehend things. There are
correct,
people right now that I know who left JC with no subjects, who are professionally doing very well.
Yes.
Okay.
Because everybody built up in school.
Yeah, and some people just they didn't have the attitude at that time,
right,
or they didn't have the support that them needed at that time, whatever the reasons are. But the point is that they have taken the foundation that they got at Jamaica College and use that when them go elsewhere, move on in life and grow from there. But there is no denying that that foundation was built at 189.
And that's correct. My viewers, and Paul said we don't repeat. It's upper fifth. Hey,
I like
yo,
that.
one deal, yeah, man. Oh, that. There's a dude room full. Pick up yourself too. Love that, brother. Love that. Love the support, man. Love the support too. Yes, and that's what it is. The foundation, Jamaica College said for many of these, we are a holistic, elite high school.
Yeah.
Why some school will praise and dance about academics achievement? No, we take the holistic approach. Yeah, man. Yes, respect too. Respect. Yeah, we take the holistic approach. So
listen,
who don't like can bite it because
what I can tell you right now is this.
Yes,
is
sir.
that I know that Jamaica College has been improving over the last few years.
Yes, sir.
The leadership has gotten better.
Yes.
The
Still not
community,
perfect. They're not perfect.
No, not at
Still
all.
not perfect,
Not
right?
Far from it. It has, the community has helped. The teachers have done a tremendous job. Listen.
Yes.
We have some good teachers in Jamaica. We have some good teachers at JC.
Right.
We have some phenomenal students.
Always. Does need a nurturing from the teachers, correct?
That is a recipe for success. But as with any recipe, if you don't mix up the ingredients in the right way, in the right order, you can mess up everything.
Correct.
And we right now have everything moving in the right direction, trending in the right direction. What I want to do with the JC Old Boys chapter in New York,
yes, sir,
and what the other leadership people want to do is build on what is there, assist as much as we can, and continue to build the community here. Because the community here will always reach back and help.
Correct. And a question for you, you talk about Florida chapter, Canada chapter and all that. Do you plan in the future to have some strategic alliances in terms of maybe doing...
But don't tell us that we can't get the secret sauce in our brethren.
Well, listen, in the interview, I have to ask these questions, you know.
Yes. That's something that I've not gone in depth with those leaders, but absolutely that's something that we need to do, and we need to consider how to best do that. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, the JC Old Boys Association of Canada have their event coming up soon.
Right.
So so I mean, that's a good thing. You know, and of course there's True Blue in Florida.
Right, there's a weekend coming up too. Right,
big up to Ian Bryant. I spoke to him earlier, and it was, we're talking about that. So, listen, there's a lot of things that they're doing, and at some point, I would love to sit down and talk with them and see what we can do. But if you are a JC Old Boy right now in the New York area, I would ask you to get involved with the Old Boys Association. I would ask you if you have the time and are willing to be involved as a mentor. There are so many different ways. It's not just about giving money.
Yeah.
Even though that's good, don't get me wrong, because money always helps. But
takes cash to care.
Time. But time is also the most valuable commodity that we have in this life is time. It is more valuable than anything that we have.
Right.
And if we can give some of that time to JC Old Boys Association of New York, the JC community,
right,
at All Over Road,
right,
you understand?
Yes.
If we can give back some of that time, that will help us, all of us.
And I will endorse it. And I mean, I'm willing to sign up for the mentorship. I'm willing to be fine for the mentorship program. You can add me to that list. But no, it's all about synchronizing, making sure the right contacts are made, and I can partake. And Paul and Robert, they can partake because mentorship is not about you have this. Mentorship is all about what you, the person, can give back in terms of knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Help them, those students to grow. So even if you're a car wash man, you're JC, you can talk about car wash thing, give them what you're going to do, what happened, and how you can help them understand that life is not what it is. It seems to be at time, because each student have their own pathway to go.
Yes.
And they have to appreciate and first love themselves and be confident in what they do. And as I said earlier, everything going to learn right away. Some way slower than some. It takes some time for some kids. I have this little mentee I'm doing. He must say when he was a female high school, he was an E student. Now he's one of the brightest kids right now. He's a part of a team. It's a marketing group for it. So my thing is that nobody way in life, just give back something. Be a mentor or a mentee to some kids at school.
I can tell you this much. When I started out working in insurance, and I mentioned this to you, earlier in the show.
Right.
When I was an adult at that time, when I started working in insurance, late 20s at the time. And and I said I had no mentors in the insurance industry.
Right.
I didn't have anyone to tell me, say, you know what, you need to consider doing this. Maybe you should consider, applying here. Why don't you do this? Yeah. I didn't have any of that. It makes a difference because I have mentored other professionals, adults in the industry over the years. It makes a difference when you are there. And if you are the person who can say, listen, you know what? I'm dealing with a situation right now with a supervisor and I don't know how to deal with this. And you can sound it off to somebody who has been through that and can guide you.
Right.
And, present a different approach that maybe you never even consider.
Correct.
In how to deal with it. It makes a world of difference. I 100%. Didn't have that coming up. So I have tried to do that for others coming up.
That's what I do myself. Yeah.
Yeah, but you also cannot be the type of person that's gonna be like, well, the way you are. If somebody's messing up, you gotta tell them you're messing up.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of it also. And I'll say this, and I only learned this, years after I'd been working, in the industry, the difference in a mentor and a sponsor. And I didn't know what that was.
Right.
The best definition of it is that a mentor is one that talks to you about what you can do.
Right.
A sponsor is one who's going to talk about you in the rooms that you're not in.
Wow. Powerful words.
You understand?
Yep. Well, Mark Renaissance, big up yourself, boss. You next, Yeah, Mark is a painter, philosopher. Yeah, he will be on the show next. Favorite brother to Yeah,
good.
Yeah, man.
Hope the same.
Yes,
but
man.
Again,
yeah.
These things are important. And if we can, again, if you're a part of the JC Worldwide Association in New York, and I encourage everyone, join up.
Join up. Come
to our events.
Yes, sir. Support.
Exactly. And if you can help with the students coming up through JC right now, because we all know.
Yes, sir.
All the saying goes, the best of times, the worst of times.
Yes.
Listen, yes. We look back on the time that we had there and recognize the importance of that.
Yes.
So if we can help these other kids going through it, through the mentorship, through working with the Worldwide Association, if we can help them on that journey, I think we should.
And I'm going to hold that point, because you know what, we got like less than 5 minutes. So let me take my last commercial break. Big up yourself, Mark. Okay. Respect. But then my last commercial break.
Calling all track and field fans. Get ready for Saturday, April the 19th. Save the date. Saturday, April the 19th. Get ready for a full day of track and field excellence as the Board of Governors of the Next Gen Event Inc. presents the inaugural Next Gen New York Invitational Relays Event 2025. The high school version from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. inside the stadium at Memorial Field, 431 Garden Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. Sponsors and partners are welcome, but make sure you get your entries in before March 31st. For more information, call 929-360-7585 or 973-510-3148. Or you can also email shawnoclaf@gmail.com. Track and field fans, don't miss it.
Yes, boss. In this last 5 minutes, and I'm going to give you the floor. There's one question. Dexter is saying, Dexter already. What is the strategic objective of the New York chapter? I don't know what is that. What's strategic? And
we're trying to get
promoting it. Yeah.
We're trying to get Biden back to the White House, Dexter.
Yeah? Repeat?
Tell Dexter we're trying to get Biden back into the White House. an inside joke.
Hey, that Dexter, we're trying to get Biden back in the house, man. Yeah, you funny.
No, it's a Dexter loving president.
Me know, man. But what can you say now? I mean, for the last 4 minutes, you have to say about this. What they going to do for Jacob in New York, Fred? You have the floor for the next 4 minutes or 3 minutes.
Okay. Increasing membership. Important.
Yeah.
Put together a slate of events throughout the year that will bring more recognition, more eyeballs, raise the level of visibility of the JC World Boys Association of New York chapter.
Right.
You notice me, I said Jacoby, me call out the whole thing. But what I want to say is that the chapter is going to do these things, but do these things in conjunction with the JC community as a whole. Meaning,
yes, sir.
The kids in Jamaica now, the ones coming up.
Right.
We want, if you are in the Northeast and you went to Jamaica College,
yes,
we want you to be a part of what we're doing now. We want you to be a part of this community.
Right.
And we want you to work with us.
Yes, sir.
Work with the other old boy chapters too. And work with the kids at JC right now.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we are the old boys. But remember, what's the first 2 words in that title? Jamaica College. That's what it's about. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about Jamaica College.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not doing this because, I say, boy, more, a title. I'm doing this out of respect for the people that came before me.
Yes. And then we'll come after you too.
And the ones that will come after me,
yes,
showing them a path. Like work with this. So we'll say, fingers crossed. We have a lot of things that we're talking about and trying to get done. So fingers crossed.
Well, Mark Cameron, why are you giving all your information? You do well with your print T-shirt business. That's good. But keep them little secret till you have your interview, boss. Yeah, but Dwight, and a serious thing.
By the
I
way,
wish you and your.
I hope Marcus gets involved with the mentorship too.
Well, Mark, question: where are you located, Mark? Are you in New York or in Florida? That's a question after in Jamaica. You see what it is. Same thing they're saying. Mentorship, directory skill sets. He had a lot to say. When we meet up, we talk about what. Getting back to you, and your team, is that I hope that everything will materialize as you say. I know it's going to take time and patience, and I really wish you guys all the best, because my thing is that I need you to understand that, Jamaica College is Jamaica College, and Jamaica College doesn't belong to nobody.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Jamaica College don't belong to no one person or one individual or a group of individuals. Jamaica College belongs to all who attend.
Absolutely.
And whenever we do work, they say work is burning in the field. That means we continue to work for not ourselves, but when we come apart, when we work with Jamaica College, we work to make sure it is successful. We give the future kids the opportunity to make themselves better. And it's all about the kids when you boil it down, Jane. It's all about the kids.
As I said before, we walked this road. We started out, we went through the gates there. We did our time there. We are now in our careers with our own families and all of that. but we also know this is the foundation. This is where it starts. And if we can help these kids, it may not be through the membership. It could be through some other initiative that we have, whether it's a book drive, a scholarship thing, whatever it is. If you can give back time, money, energy to the Old Boys Association to the benefit of the school, it's a win-win for all of us.
Correct. And with that said, my brother, I really want to thank you for taking the time to come and share your thoughts and your perspectives and about your plans for Jacoby, New York. Mark, please, hold on. You have too much information, give too much, man. But we talk. But once again, Dwight, thank you so much, my brother. And once again, I wish you luck.
All right.
And I will never get a chance to talk about sports, NFL, but time has run out. You know,
Chiefs over Eagles.
Who?
Chiefs over Eagles. I'm rooting for the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for the Eagles. But you know what? I've been saying this for a little while, and somebody said it earlier today too on TV. I was watching it. We're in the Michael Jordan era now, you know.
Another Michael Jordan era
of the NFL.
Yes.
The best you have to beat the best, and nobody now beat Patrick Mahomes.
No, you mean Patrick Mahomes and company. Respect, Mullins, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The Chief is the team right now for beat.
I would love to see the Eagles take it. I'd love to see Saquon Barkley win a championship. Boy, it's hard to go against Mahomes and Kansas City.
Well, anything is possible. Yeah, the ball is running at them, but I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm a fan of Mahomes. I keep it real. And man, Kelsey combination. That combination is so beautiful. It's like Scotty and Michael Jordan, and that's what it reminds me of. So I wish them all the best. Repeat, but yeah, I say if Barkley and the Eagles come different, somehow get into the quarterback, the game might be different. So my brother, I thank you again, Mark. All some of your things, man. Thank you, Steve Mullins, for saying, oh, you do the ball around. Come on.
It roundish.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, let's do the ball. What can I see the ball of?
It roundish.
My brothers, thank you for joining all those comments. I really appreciate it. And all those kind words. And Mark, Renaissance, Cameron, just we will have to talk about when we have your interview. So once again, thank you, Dwight. Have a wonderful night. And we'll talk soon, my brother. Have a safe and blessed weekend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Respect.
Good night. Thanks again. Yes, my brother. Thank you. That was Dwight Geddes, president of Jacoby, New York. As per usual, he has some foresight and his vision. How to challenge. I wish you really luck. Because as I said, New York is another beast. Another beast. It's hard to handle at times. And we hope that he will be able to galvanize and get to the community and all that. Yes, Courtney, big up yourself, brother. Thank you. Big up, Courtney Wilson. Respect, boss. Bless up, yeah, Mark. So, I wish him all the success. And I know that he will successful once he gets to the community. So once again, thank you all for joining, and I really appreciate all the comments. Keep coming on my show week. I think there's something coming up. I'll post next week about you gotta give me some stars. Some stars will help out, whatever. I'll advertise next week. But next week, I'll have another guest. And I will also run a pre-had on that guest. I hope to bring back Dennis Chung for part 2. So let us wait and see. And then Mark will be my special guest, the philosopher, painter, entrepreneur, fervent brother. Yes. And I will announce that day. So stay tuned for my perspective next week for another episode, which will be very interesting. See you all next week, my family. Take care. If you're in Jamaica or Florida, make sure you stay. Make sure you have some AC. If you're there in New York, Connecticut, you're in the corner, make sure you have proper heat. Hey, I'm just crazy. Good night, all. See you all next week for another episode of My Perspective. I'm your host, Sean Falconer. Good night.
Calling all track and field fans. Get ready for Saturday, April the 19th. Save the date, save the date. Saturday, April the 19th. Get ready for a full day of track and field excellence as the Board of Governors of the Next Gen Event Inc. presents the inaugural Next Gen New York Invitational Relays Event 2025, the high school version, from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 p.m. inside the stadium at Memorial Field, 431 Garden Avenue, Mount Vernon, New York. Sponsors and partners are welcome, but make sure you get your entries in before March 31st. For more information, call 929-360-7585 or 973-510-3148. Or you can also email shawnoclaf@gmail.com. Track and field fans, don't miss it.